Hi, everybody. It's JJ Cross here from Four Sides of Cross Productions, and I'm here with the fourth episode of Terminator Zero. I did the other three episodes, and this will be my final one, unless you guys are enjoying this. If you are enjoying my reviews and my take on this, please like, comment, and share. And if I get a lot of likes and a lot of comments and a lot of shares, then I'll continue with episodes 5 through 8. Otherwise, I'm going to probably just end this one here. It's halfway through the show. So let, let's get, so far we had the first one, which was decent. The second one, which I really enjoyed. The third one, I had some problems with. I know it's a cartoon, but still, I had problems with it. And now we're up to the fourth one. So let's get into Terminator 4, episode Terminator 4. Oh, wow, I'm getting way ahead of myself. It's Terminator Zero, episode 4, entitled Model 104. Let's get into it. Okay, so we start off with Ikio, I'm sorry, I'm bad with these names, and Rikia driving a stolen police car. Ikio says they really need to reach her father, that it's very important. There's a nice chase scene that goes on, but for some reason these police officers didn't do what's commonly known as a pit maneuver. I guess I've watched way too many live TV things, realistic police shows where, not police shows, but real news where police have a thing called a pit maneuver, which would have brought this chase to an end. But we're fiction and we want the chase to last a little bit longer, so we continue. During this chase, Rikia is concerned that people are getting killed, but Akio tells her that if they don't reach her father, everyone's going to die. Meanwhile, at the police station, uh, Misaki and the kids are at the police station looking for help. A detective wants to bring them into the interview room and ensures them that they're very safe there. Really? I don't know, but I guess these guys didn't see the first Terminator movie and they know that, the police station is not a very safe place when it comes to a Terminator. Continuing. And then now we can see, guess who? The Terminator now in a police uniform with the helmet and everything on the police motorcycle that we saw at the end of the previous episode. I guess we all knew that was coming. While the first detective is interviewing her, Miss Kai seems to be a little bit of a trance as she's fixated in the wound on her thumb, the one that she got in what was the second episode. She's very fixated on it. She snaps out of it and she tells this first detective the strange tale of everything that's happened in the previous episodes. Misaki explains how Akio shot a man, aka the Terminator, in the head and he didn't die. That he just wasn't human. She's upset because she thinks Eiko and Rikia are dead. I know I'm butchering these names and I'm probably saying them different each time I ask for forgiveness, and I guess I gotta try harder when it's reading Japanese names. My apologies. Continuing. Okay, so she thinks they're dead and that the Terminator is after Malcolm. She demands that they send more cops to Malcolm's office. Detective informs her that there are already officers that are there, and they're not there, but they're already on their way. And she informs him that they're all going to die. Back to the car chase. Akio and Rikia. Akio has Rikia light a Molotov cocktail, and she's reluctant to do so. Akio tosses it at a cop car, which takes out a couple of them, lessening the load of the chase. Akio's wound leg is really affecting her. She's having problems with it, with driving, and I guess loss of blood is affecting her as well. She enters a tunnel, but while the chase goes on in the tunnel, we see that up ahead there's trouble. The police lay out a trap right outside the tunnel, which they are unable to avoid. The pursuit is now on foot. Akio takes Rikia with her and they hide in an office. She's trying to work past her pain. It doesn't help that there's a helicopter outside as they hide behind some desks. Akio demands Rikia calls her father, that it's extremely important. Meanwhile, The second detective is talking to Hiro and Kenta, informing them that they haven't gotten any hold of their father. Kenta resentfully informs the detective that he's at work, that he's always at work. The second detective asks about Misaki, and Hiro says she's just a nanny, that she just watches over them while their dad's at work. There's something more there, but well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm already seen this episode, so put a pin in that. Continuing, the second detective asks if they know where she comes from, and they didn't know. They weren't really sure about past, just that she's their nanny. Seems this detective is on the same page with me, as we both feel there's something wrong with Misaki. I have all the names written on my screen here as I keep trying to go back to them, trying to pronounce them right. So Misaki, that there's something wrong with her. Continuing. Now back to the first detective. This detective informs her that they pulled her file and they couldn't find anything on her. She's never paid taxes. They don't know anything. It just seems like that she's basically a ghost. We get that dramatic spin that we see sometimes in animation when the detective is asking you, "Who are you?" At the time of watching this, I did predict that we were going to have a reveal in this episode, and they will, so another pin. Continuing. As the police are busy at work, they don't notice that the fox has entered the hen house. And here we go. Hey there, sorry to interrupt, but I just want to let you know if you like my podcast and my short films, that I ask you to please check out my Patreon page, consider being a member, where you can get early access to some of my films, as well as some exclusive content that you will only find here. I also have a t-shirt website where I've created a bunch of different designs from either horror films or just horror artwork I have done. Both links will be down below, and I really appreciate if you would check them out. And thank you. Back to the show. Before it pops off, we find the special assault team is going after Eiko in the office building. While they're complaining about this special team, the special assault team, they don't notice that the attack has begun. In the interrogation room, the two detectives hear the commotion, and Misaki knows it's the Terminator. The detective comes running out to check on the kids and sees the devastation. Bunch of dead bodies. It's already been a massacre. Luckily, the kids had hid behind a sign and are fine. The detective tries to lead the way so the kids can be safe when the Terminator appears behind them and attacks. The detective bravely tries to help the kids escape. The Terminator pursues them and catches the detective with his cool weapon. I'm still wondering how many shots I have. It's kind of went from cool to unlimited shots. Continuing. More victims, police officers come to confront the Terminator. It doesn't go well for them. The Terminator heads towards the kids. Searching the room, the kids are hiding behind a desk. The second detective tries to protect them, but the Terminator now sets his goal on him. No worries, though, because the first detective comes and rescues him, giving the kids a chance to escape. He bought the kids time, but he doesn't make it. I know, shocking. The Terminator catches Hiro, and here comes Misaki. Time for them to go toe-to-toe with the Terminator again. Continuing. But it's okay, the detective comes to the rescue, and goodbye, detective. The Terminator catches Misaki, and here comes the reveal that surprises no one. Terminator grabs her by the arm, rips it off, and we see that there's an exoskeleton underneath. This seems to be a surprise for the Terminator as well. And who says machines are smarter than humans? We knew something was wrong. The Terminator did not. Until he rips off her arm, and then it's okay, something's wrong here. We see the Terminator scanners as it make Misaki's threat status raise a little bit higher than before. She gets to the kids and they run, but they get extra time from the detective, who's not dead yet. The Terminator corrects this. Misaki says she's not a robot. Denial kicks in, and she steals a car for them to escape. She's just confused as the kids are. She's not sure what's going on. We sort of had an idea, but I guess there's more to it, so there's going to probably be more reveal as we find out more as time goes on. They escape from the police station as we see the Terminator throw one last person through the window and steps out of the building. Meanwhile, the police are at Malcolm's office and they're demanding to see him. Malcolm's assistant won't let them in, will not let them in to interrupt them. She said, yeah, they can't come in here without a warrant. But she does get a phone call from Rakia and realizes that she's in danger. So this time she will interrupt Malcolm. When he answers the call from his assistant, we're saying that his daughter's in trouble. After a brief moment, he realizes that he can't do anything for her right now, that she has to go it alone. Kokakuro is confused, wondering if this is how Malcolm is going to prove humanity, but not helping his daughter. Malcolm says he needs more time because Skynet is going to come online in an hour. Kokoro is still waiting for him to give a compelling reason why she should save them, and Malcolm says he needs more time. Meanwhile, as Rikia informs Ikio, that her father is not answering, the police are still searching for them. Ikio wants to know how Rikia knows what a Terminator is. She tells her that her father talks in her sleep, and one time she asked him what was a Terminator, which she gives the basic definition of what a Terminator is. Ikio is confused because how can Malcolm know what a Terminator is? This is the past. The Skynet hasn't happened yet. How can he be having nightmares and know that there's a Terminator and there's a war and the Terminators are killing people? Things that make you go, Continuing. Before the conversation can go any further, a smoke grenade is thrown into the office that they're hiding in. Akio throws the grenade back and tells the police that they have to stand back. They have to stand back or she's going to kill the girl. She silently demands that Rikia calls her father again. But before she can, the police cut the lines. The police come rushing in, and Akio realizes that this is not a winning fight, and she surrenders. They are both in gurneys and are being taken to an ambulance. Akio realizes that she has failed her mission as a silent little tear rolls down her face. We get a montage as we are shown that Skynet has come online. During the montage, we get a random shot of these pre-Terminators at work. We've noticed them in the first one. Kenta was playing with one in the third. The third one. So I think this means a little bit more, of course, a little foreshadowing. It's because there seems to be a lot of these pre-Terminators around, especially all of them that's in the station. Kokoro is watching this play out in real time. Malcolm says that this has been playing out as nightmares, but this time it could be different, because this time she can stop it. Malcolm realizes he's all out of time and he has to put Kokoro online. Show ends with missiles heading to Earth. That's the end of episode 4. I think it was a pretty decent one. Not many complaints. Well, I do complain as far as the police station attack scene. I think it was done far superior in the first movie. And the fact that this is animation and you can do more, that scene could have been more lengthier, more things can happen. They can show more things with the Terminator. I feel like in the first movie, more happened there. And since it's animation, they should have done more. So I was a little disappointed in that because it could have been an awesome scene, but it was decent. It wasn't horrible. Again, this one, I'd say it was decent. It was better than the third one, not better than the second one. The second episode, I think, is so far the best episode so far. Other than that, I don't see a reason to stop. I'll probably continue watching them for my own pleasure, so to speak. And this is the end of my review. Again, if you want me to continue reviewing episode 5, 6, 7, 8, please make sure there's a lot of shites. No, do not put a lot of shites. We do not want these shites. That'll be stinky. We want a lot of likes, though. Likes, I'm telling you, it's water. I promise you. Likes, comments, shares. If we get a whole bunch of them, and this seems to be something that you guys are interested, then I will continue with the second half of Terminator Zero. But otherwise, I think I'm going to just end this here now. I hope you enjoyed my little review, and I I have more films coming out, but nothing solid right now. I think by the time this comes out, my short film Body Count has already appeared. So be sure to check that out. That's a dark comedy, maybe not a horror comedy, but a dark comedy. Um, so I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.